Hey, what's going on, Who Dat Nation? And welcome to another edition of the State of the Saints podcast, where we talk New Orleans Saints. My name is TJ Jones. Thanks for checking out the podcast. I really do appreciate it. Well, Who Dat Nation, as we get closer to the divisional round of the NFC playoffs, the New Orleans Saints, of course, have a big matchup against the Philadelphia Eagles. The Super Bowl champs are coming into town, and they feel like they got a lot to prove. A lot of the players on the team of the Philadelphia Eagles feel like the Saints in the Week 11 matchup ran up the score. Of course, you know, former Saint Malcolm Jenkins, he thought that the Saints ran up the score so much that he turned to the sidelines in Week 11 and pointed both of his middle fingers at head coach Sean Payton. And then you had Jason Peters, who is the left tackle for the Eagles. He thought that the Saints ran up the score, and he said it won't be the same this time around because they have Foles magic. Okay, I'm kidding. He didn't say because they had Foles magic, but you can tell that he really believes in what he's saying. And Jason Peters, I mean, I don't know if you guys know this guy, but he is a future Hall of Famer, man. He's one of the best left tackles in the National Football League. And if you didn't watch the Chicago Bears game, you missed a treat because he single-handedly neutralized one of the best defensive players in the National Football League in Khalil Mack. So he can talk, man, because he actually brought it last week. But I heard that Jason Peters was giving a little bit of motivation to his team, and Malcolm Jenkins, he was giving motivation to the team and saying that they weren't going to allow history to repeat itself. And Sean Payton, head coach of the New Orleans Saints, decided to do a little motivating himself. What Sean Payton did was he walked into the middle of the locker room with a bag. And inside the bag was $250,000. Woo! You got to get ugly when you say that. 250,000 of them things. Now, I know y'all can't see me, but trust me, I'm ugly when I said that. But Sean Payton is trying to motivate the team. And, of course, the $250,000 represents the Super Bowl bonus that the Saints players will get if they win the Lombardi Trophy. Now, that's some motivation for me. But, of course, he said all they have to do is win 3 games. Man, Sean Payton, that guy can motivate you. But I thought the host of the State of the Saints podcast and one of the card-carrying members of the Who Dat Nation, TJ Jones, would motivate the New Orleans Saints myself. Okay, I got a little motivation for the team myself. So, of course, I'm not a Sean Payton. I don't think I can motivate the troops. Of course, I don't have $250,000 in the bag. I wish I did. But I would like to motivate the team by just speaking a little bit from the heart. If I was in the locker room of the New Orleans Saints as a fan, I would stand in the middle of the locker room, and of course, I make it all dramatic. I have a little dramatic pause going. I look at the guys, and you know what I say? I say, you know what? This moment right here is what we've been playing for all season long. What we wanted to do when we started the season, we wanted to win the division. And we did that. We won the NFC South. You should be proud of yourself. Then when we won the NFC South, we said we wanted to be the number 1 seed and have home field advantage throughout the playoffs. And we did that. Congratulations. But now it is time for us to embark on a brand new journey, an obstacle that we faced on last year. And some of you know about this obstacle, don't you? You remember when we rolled into Minneapolis and a lot of people didn't think that we had a chance against the number 1 defense in the National Football League. And you know what? We took that team to the limit. And we were 10 seconds away from facing this same team that we're going to face today. And we let these guys off the hook because you know as well as I know that we would have got the job done. But we're not going to talk about the past. We're not going to talk about what could have happened. We're going to talk about what's going to happen. Now, y'all know about that feeling that you had when we were 10 seconds away. You remember when you had to watch that moment, that so-called Minnesota Miracle, over and over and over again. They playing it on commercials. They playing it during the postseason. They are trying to remind us of our transgressions. At this moment, you can right those wrongs. You can change your history. At this moment right now, you can change the course right now by going out there and doing what needs to be done. Because if we play our game, there's nobody, and I mean nobody, that can stop us. And when we come out that tunnel and we running and we hear 73,000 people screaming to the top of their lungs saying, who that? Who that? Who that said they're going to beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that said they're going to beat them Saints? That's the question that they're going to have to answer. And the answer is nobody. Because right now, this is our time. This is our moment to show our fans, to show the National Football League, to show the media that we are the best team in the National Football League, that we deserve to be talked about. We deserve the recognition. We deserve to be ranked as the absolute best. So I ask you, do you believe it? That's what I say to the team. That's what I say. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a Sean Payton, but hey, this has been the State of the Saints podcast. Of course, you can always check out State of the Saints podcast on iTunes, Spotify, and iHeartRadio.com. And also subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com and search the State of the Saints podcast and subscribe to the channel. Till next time, all I have to say is, who dat?